Alright, as you can see, we have deviated from the norm of these collecting cars to get something new and a little different, but yet familiar for a lot of people who love these movies. Despicable Me, which was released in 2010, and then Despicable Me 2, which will not be released until July 3rd, I believe, 2013, this year in a couple months. Apparently Toys R Us has a few toys in for Despicable Me 2. And one of them, which seems to be flying off the shelf above any other, is Minion Dave. As you can see here in this box, Minion Dave is a talking minion. Looks like this is the first time they've done any real product placement for Despicable Me or Despicable Me 2. They have other characters that are out. Gru is available. Tim is available. And Stuart, I know, are available. On the back of the box, it'll show who's available. But there are other characters that are still also going to be available outside that. Beyond that, we don't know a great deal yet, but it's coming. We do know that Agnes is available now. We do know that her unicorn, pretty large actually, is available now as well. In the first movie, there was something called a fart gun, which was quite amusing when he was looking for a dart gun, and it was a fart gun. So Dr. Nefario, yeah, he's a quite interesting fella. So what we're looking at here is Minion Dave, the guy who's apparently flying off the shelves. I got him today. So he does talk, so we will see if we can get some sounds out of him here. So if you can bear with me for a second. So he's a great character. If you're going to get any of these figures that come out, Dave is a real popular guy. He's got 55 sayings or sounds. So it's quite a few actually, and these run about $40 plus tax. So you're probably looking at about right around $45 after tax. But it's not so much cost as it is availability. These guys are literally flying off the shelves. Went to the Toys R Us here in Washington State, and they said they got them in 2-3 days ago, and they were down to 2 today. So I bought the last 2. So, and he also has other sounds. And also, around his mouth area here, if you put your finger, or if you basically were to go towards his tongue, banana. So he says banana, which obviously they love bananas. And then if you press his little symbol right here, then he will give you a little treat. Banana. Those wonderful bananas. Also, there's another feature in here. Eventually we'll take them out of the box and shoot another video. Apparently you can put your hand in here and his eyes will move. You tell him to the left, you tell him to the right, and his eyes follow. So, and he does a lot of other things as well. Since he's in the box, we can't tilt his head backwards, but when you do, his eyes close. So, again, they run about $40, and then after tax, you're looking at about right around $45. But he does have the side area here where you can sample, give him a try, turning his head left and right. His arms are posable, which is really cool. Moving eyes, or responding eyes, is pretty cool for any kind of character, whether if it's Despicable Me or Despicable Me 2, or it's pretty cool. So, the folks who brought you this particular item is called Thinkway. And the four characters altogether you have down here are who are supposed to be coming. 3 out of the 4 are available. So you do have Stuart, and you do have Gru, and you do have Dave. The first 3 are in the stores at the moment. The last one, Tim, haven't seen him yet, so he might be a later release, so they can release him after the movie comes out. So that's what we have for Dave at the moment. Minion Dave. Requires just 2 AA's. So it's pretty efficient battery-wise. So eventually you'll want to get some regular batteries rather than the demo batteries, because they only last for so long. But the body is made of a kind of a soft, rubbery tissue material, so it's pretty nice. And the very bottom, from about waist below, it's hard plastic to be durable. So that's what we have for Minion Dave. I would highly recommend, if you or a loved one or kids that you know, if they love Despicable Me, they're going to likely love Despicable Me too. Check out the trailers. It's awesome. These guys will not be on the shelves for long, obviously. Also, one other thing I had not known about or had not seen was apparently there's something called a Despicable Me 2 Minion Surprise Pouch you can buy for about $2.50. And what it is, with these pouches, you can buy them, and you can get a whole bunch of characters. You can get Gru, Dr. Nefario, Lucy, you can get any of the girls, you can get any of the minions. There are several. You can get the unicorn in one of these. It's 1 character per pouch, about $2.50 a piece. So these are extremely affordable. So if the Talking Dave isn't your speed, which I think would be a good idea, then I would highly recommend getting these pouches, because they're also flying off the shelf, because they're also extremely affordable at about $2.50 a piece. So if you have any questions, leave some comments and we'll respond back. All right.